those because right now, habang nandito pa sila, and as we are, in the middle of discussing these different pieces, we are now opening the floor for the questions para po dyan sa mga friends natin from the press, from the media. If you guys have questions, please input it on the chat box and we'll call you. You guys can also ask them personally pag tinawag po natin kayo. Now we'll open the Q&A portion right now with a question coming from Trend Hotspot. Okay, this is coming from Trend Hotspot. For Miss China, your strength has always been in women's fashion. Okay, what made you, interesting question, decide to do menswear? Did you follow up? Did you encounter any complexities in making men's clothes? And third, why didn't you opt for genderless fashion? I can repeat it to you later on. Yung una muna nating question, what made you decide to do menswear?
Actually, if you are able to follow my story, I also do menswear ever since. And my forte is really custom-made suits. And I love wearing, I love making because I feel like in Manila, we don't really have much options, to who offer quality suits. Because growing up, my dad loves suits, and that's sort of the environment that I grew up in. Nagpapagawa talaga siya ng suits, and he brings me to his tailors. So it opened my eyes into that kind of environment. And growing up, I said, okay, I want to be a fashion designer because I was always fascinated by how suits and gowns are made. And me personally, I love wearing suits. Because growing up, I don't see a lot of women wearing suits. And I feel like, because me, when I wear suits, I feel so confident. I feel like I can dominate this world. That's how I feel.
That's true.
When it comes to genderless fashion, I mean, actually everything is unisex. And actually for our live later, we have our guest, Alex Diaz.
Oh, Alex. Yeah. Okay.
So these pieces is for everyone, like the song What? It's about nationhood. It's about being proud of yourself. It's about individuality. So hindi lang sa song, pati sa clothes namin, I hope to communicate that to everyone. You shouldn't let people tell you what to wear. You shouldn't, just because they tell you it's not bagay to you or mga ganyan, if you feel confident about the clothes that you're wearing, you do you.
True. I agree. And I love the words on empowerment right there coming from Miss China. But before we proceed, we have a follow-up question here. Before we proceed to the follow-up question, inviting our friends from the media to please open your cameras so so you guys can raise your hands if you have questions later on. Okay. Now, did you have complexities? I think the follow-up question here, do you have complexities in making men's clothes? And why didn't you offer, ayun, yun na lang, I think you were able to explain why you didn't opt with genderless fashion. But did you have any complexities? Kasi this is quite a transition for you as well, especially with the style. Ano yung mga difficulties that you had to overcome when you were, going from one end to the other?
Actually, if I am to be completely honest, when it comes to designing for men or men in general, sa totoo lang, ang iniisip ko lang is how I want my boyfriend to be dressed up.
Okay.
I have a boyfriend there, but that's how I envision when I sketch for a menswear. So, or guys in general, or my dad, or because I grew up in a setting that my parents, my aunties, my uncles are also fashionable.
Correct.
So yeah, and when it comes to the challenges, I think it's more of resourcing the materials. Because right now we are in a pandemic and what do you call this? Mahirap kumuha ng mga materials because wala masyadong demand. For example, I was able to create this really nice sample. I'm happy with the colors and the fabrics that I use. And by the time that I'm going to mass produce it, hindi na available yung fabric. hindi na available yung buttons. So I have to keep on redoing and keep on rethinking of new designs. I feel
Mm.
like if you are launching something, or I feel like if you are producing clothes in the middle of pandemic, it's like I'm in a mission that is impossible to do.
Mhm.
Every day you have to think about it, and bigla na lang mag ECQ again, or you don't know what's going to happen again. And then my restrictions, my lockdown in this area. So those are some of the challenges that I was able to encounter. But I really wanted to make this work, this collaboration, despite all the challenges that me and my team faced, because I
Mhm.
know that this collaboration will be able to help a lot of people.
Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, Miss China. Let's now proceed to our next question, which is coming from our chat box here, coming from Miss Crisel Olaguera, directed towards SB19. Okay, guys, with all the limited edition merchandise, ano yung long-term impression or tatak daw na gusto nyong maiwan sa atin, and of course to your fans as well, dito sa mga merchandise na ni-release nyo?
Well, just like what the song "What" is all about.
Mhm.
Gusto naming sabihin or gusto naming ma-retain sa mga tao na magsusuot nitong damit na to na don't be afraid of your colors. Just like what also Miss China said earlier, parang you should be proud of yourself, di ba? Kung ano yung gusto mong suotin, kung saan ka confident, you do you, di ba?
Correct.
Para um, maging maayos or maging maayos yung kalalabasan ng gagawin mo kasi confident ka sa ginagawa mo.
Ayun. Okay. Now, this is coming from Eddie. May sasagot pa ba for that particular question? Okay, let's move on to the next. Coming from Miss Nika Roque from the Manila Times. Question is, can you tell us more about your comeback? What was your growth like, and how does this translate into your music and fashion? With regards dun sa comeback po natin, during the time na hindi niyo pa nire-release yung comeback single ninyo, ano yung growth ninyo in between na na-apply niyo siguro dun sa music and dun sa mga nire-release niyo ngayon na iba't ibang pieces na of clothing?
Syempre po, from our previous songs po,
Mhm.
marami rin kaming struggles na napagdaanan doon. So, we get yung mga knowledge na makukuha namin doon sa experiences namin doon and use it sa comeback namin to make it better po. So, ayun, actually kasi sobrang haba din ng preparation namin. Last year pa lang, first quarter last year, sinimulan na yung song. So, nung bigla nagka-pandemic and all, ayun, ginamit namin yun to really improve ourselves, gather ideas, makipag-communicate, kasi nga po, through online na. So, it's easier for us. We have more time to explore and to learn. So, ayun po.
Add ko na lang rin po, kasi po before when we start our career nung go up era pa lang po namin, siguro i-relate ko siya dun sa mga merchandise na ni-release namin. So parang sasabihin ko siya na parang from light to dark to bolder. So from there, pinapakita namin na yung SB19, we started from ito kami, and then gusto namin ipakita kung sino pa kami, and yung what namin ngayon, ito kami, kung sino kami as a whole, and sana matanggap nyo kami, and sana matanggap nyo rin yung sarili nyo kasi yun kami, and ito yung gusto naming ipakita sa inyo.
Wow. Sobrang ganda na. I think we have to emphasize that. Go ahead, Pablo.
I just want to say thank you for that answer, Stella.
You're welcome daw, sabi ni Stel. But that was a great answer. Coming from Stel, from light to dark to bolder. I think we have to emphasize that. It's coming from Stel, and it's pretty evident dun sa music video pa lang na nirelease yung comeback single niyo. I think your fans will know na yung naipakita niyo dun yung growth niyo in between when you're working on that comeback and the different things that you guys had to go through. Okay, next question coming from Miss Hannah Mallorca.